Above the statues of the mistress, the air is heavy as though a thunderstorm was upon us. I could swear I've seen a shade of Scarlet Nia's silhouette in stature rush towards the crypt's gate. She was moving fast but was in no hurry, as though she walked without touching the ground with her feet. It is impossible. The lady is sleeping. She cannot be disturbed now. However important an occasion, only the lady's maids are allowed. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I don't know how I managed to fuck every single one of those goddamn lines up. I don't know how I'm not managing to give myself enough time to fucking read this shit. Sorry, I'm fucking pissed because I already did this goddamn, the audio for this last night, and Adobe Audition, even though I clicked save to save it, it decided not to save any of the files, so they're fucking gone. Now I have to do this fucking again. I'm not even gonna get this shit in on time. God damn it, I'm so fucking tired of this shit. I'm trying to get ahead of this. I'm trying to be at least a couple days ahead of this, so I'm not doing this the fucking day of. So I'm not sitting here running against the goddamn clock on this. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be a side thing. It's supposed to be additional stuff for the goddamn stream. I'm not supposed to be running around trying the fucking hardest to get this fucking shit done. God damn it. Right. No, this is definitely not me, not your Maria anymore, but neither the Scarlet one yet. Nothing of mine is here. Touch my flesh and your hands will only feel air. Here are the signs of acknowledgement from Clara and Capella. They send their regards to you, Dark Mistress. Just barely enough time. Fuck. The Scarlet Mistress, but it matters not. So if a miracle happens, if those who must remain alive by my design are still alive by tomorrow, is the merciless powers that be disregard us like they used to, then we will be able to contest the ruthless law of existence. The dream will prevail. There will be a new utopia. What is a utopia for you, Maria? Oh, now I give myself plenty of time. Gotcha. It's not the tower and Daniel, it's the whole town. A utopia is not the dream of mercantile prosperity, sensible social structure, or political fairness to us. It's the mystical manifestations of a world inscrutable and inaccessible for men. Who am I speaking to? The mouth is yours, but neither the voice nor the choice of words is. Indeed, keep listening. This world exists, but it cannot be touched, ever. It can reveal itself obliquely, but inevitably dies under direct scrutiny. It has a built-in, essential stealth mechanism that launches self-destruction when this world is trapped. Wait, is this the reason for the plague? Probably, but luckily for us, even the most well-adjusted mechanisms fail, and the two worlds do still touch sometimes. Antibodies collide, and then they go against the law of self-preservation, merging into a wondrous symbiosis rather than dying. This is the state of utopia, an earthly form of an unearthly miracle. And so you have constructed this town? Is this what an embodied miracle looks like? I swear, if it does not save this audio file, I'm gonna fucking lose it, guys. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna go crazy. Yes, we have. We could have created a mind-boggling place of rock crystal, sapphire walls, emerald roofs, and ruby pavements. A place akin to those you're used to seeing in children's fairy tales about fairy countries, but this place is inhabited by people of flesh and blood. Why are you so surprised? Why the dirt and the pedestrianism? Why the disheveled walls, the rusty beams, the drain covers? Is this really what a utopia looks like? Precisely. This is what differentiates a utopia from a dream. There's a top in utopia, but don't let the word deceive you. It's all about what's down below. It requires dirt. A ruby firmament needs something to sit atop, otherwise it'd topple. A utopian can appreciate the earthly and the humane in their raw homeliness. That is why we have the blood-stained abattoir, the rotten field, the dens and earth, the collective name of the poorer districts itself. You shouldn't have merged the extremes. Couldn't you have looked for a compromise? Or do I choose, is that so? No, it's that one. Mother hated compromises. That's why it all worked for her. She could always view it all as a graceful chain. She has interlinked all those powers, making them serve one another. How exactly? Earth represents the miracle of the anthropophobic step merging with the human world. The settlement represents the miracle of turning a society of devourers into a society of creators. The very logic of this town's existence is a miracle in and of itself. When the process of its creation has reached a peak, the cathedral has been built. It's been a failure, though. And then the polyhedron was created. Yes, the tower on the other side has become the representative of the final metamorphosis. The miracle of merging the realm of possibilities with the realm of the impossible. If it's all so perfect, why is there a plague? I do not know, and Daniel, it's not our fault. The tower could not bear this tension, this heat. Oh well, we shall restart it then. There is no death. We do not fear it. See, dead and incorporeal. I am still present, a restless soul destined to come back eternally. I've heard this recently. Yes, this is the truth. Let's see. So these are the steps of the mistress. These are no longer the decisions of a child in exhalation, but strategies worthy of a ruler. No, this is definitely not me. I don't know. I had a whole bunch of stuff I said last time, but I can't remember most of it, and I don't really want to go into it now. Just I don't know. I can't remember exactly what I said, but it was something. I don't know. I'll just talk about the game. So what this is saying is that the town itself is considered a sort of miracle, but it's all as they created the town to house essentially the polyhedron. Well, it's a little bit weird. So the town was created to sustain something which was a failure, and that's why the polyhedron was built. And also, if you noticed how the Dankovsky was talking about how, you know, hey, Maria, you're speaking weird. They're essentially how they remain immortal is imprinting the memories of a person, you know, into their own personality, incorporating that, and that allows them to sort of remain, at least as far as I understand it, that's how they're really able to remain immortal, is through that process of essentially, you know, inputting the memories into somebody, so then they'll act a certain way according to the memories that they have, the experiences that they had, which is really, it's interesting. And so the polyhedron is sort of a way, when the failure of the town became apparent, they decided to create the polyhedron as sort of the, you know, like, hey, well, that didn't work, let's try this. But because of that, apparently because of the polyhedron being built, we saw that when we talked to Andre, that there's a little bit of a problem, and the disease has kind of come up around it. Not necessarily, well, kind of because of its creation. With Andre, it's that, you know, they dug so deep into the earth, they're thinking that that it dug up some sort of disease, some microbe. It brought up some sort of microbe that is sort of infecting them. But it's, with the kinds, it's always a little bit more metaphysical than that. It's sort of, there is some affront, you know, they're essentially flaunting the rule of law, and that is what sort of, and the plague is sort of created based on that, because they're attempting to do these things. The plague sort of comes up because of that. So was it dug up by, you know, the polyhedron is, we know it's able to sustain itself because of the long rod that's sort of put into the ground, and it's sort of like, it's piercing like sort of the bloodline, the blood works, or the blood vessels of the town itself. So it's sort of, it's killing the town for the polyhedron to sort of be.
Who lives without folly is not so wise as he thinks.
If only I knew before everything that I've learned now. Have you seen my father lately? Do you know what happened in the lot yesterday? Yes, of course. It was ugly. Barack is beside himself. Do the Kinds have anything to do with it? Wait a minute. No, this can't be. The Kinds were within a hair's breadth of destruction. The bull situation was arranged to smear their name and set the people against them. Who gave you this unique idea? Because I can't believe that you've come to this conclusion of your own theological inference. Aglaia thinks Maria did it. Rubbish. Maria is innocent. Moreover, I now understand that she's our only hope. She's the only one who has the courage to keep building the thing that we've set the foundation of. The cowardly and the weak want the reliability, comfort, and confidence of tomorrow. They also want her dead. What about the kin? It's not like this can be explained to them. The kin is gone for good, sadly. I can already see that Barack has failed. He's lost everything. So from now on, I will serve her who will construct a new miracle instead of the lost one. I promise to give this. It doesn't sound very Olgemsky, to be honest. My father never loved me. I have no desire to pursue his life work. I will revere him as I did before, but the family business is no more. Little sister's right. The powers switch places. Does this mean Maria had nothing to do with the accident yesterday? She hadn't, but even if she had, what of it? Would it have changed anything? I will refer your words to the Inquisitor. Khan says, what an ideal. The haters rest their case, the victors adopt the faith of those prevailed upon. Everything seems to confirm that Maria is as pure as the driven snow. I cannot even imagine all the adoration her subjects will shower with her with if she becomes the ruler of these places. Oh shit. MLG, baby. Oh, but then this fucker sneaks up from behind and thinks he's gonna be able to take me out. I miss once, but hey, if you were perfect, you wouldn't exist. That's just me confirming my existence in this world. So even this, we can see, because young Vlad, wait, I think young Vlad is one of my bound. So he's sort of with his dad for most of the game, but we can see here on the 11th day that he too comes around to seeing that Maria is the way, and essentially and it shows that Dankovsky kind of agrees with the Utopians, and they essentially. The town is kind of the polyhedron is killing the town essentially, but the town didn't exist until the polyhedron until they sort of they created the polyhedron's killing the town, but the town only existed to create something. So if the polyhedron was never to be built, the town wouldn't have really existed essentially. They wouldn't have bothered making the town. It wasn't specifically for the polyhedron. Again, they say that it was something else that they were trying to build and that failed, and then they decided to make the polyhedron. But if they didn't attempt to build that thing that led to the polyhedron, the town would not exist. So it's in this precarious, and that ends up being sort of the question between Dankovsky and Barak is which should survive? Which is more important, the town that's full of people, or the miracle, the living miracle that is the polyhedron? Like, is it worth saving a bunch of humans to let go of something that is divine, that is above humanity? And that's sort of the main. That's the big argument that these two characters really make, and there's a lot more to it. And it's why even like I've rewatched the endings to this game a couple times, and it's truly a game that is worth playing because there's so much to it. There's so much, like, those decisions they have to be informed by playing the game. You can't just sort of like simplifying it to, it's like, well, would you rather have a magical tower or a town? That's what it boils down to, but it requires the context of the game, of meeting these characters, of being in the town. You know, it's like with Dankovsky, you're essentially stuck in this town and you have to live inside it. You become a part of its inner working. You become a part of its body, essentially. So it can color sort of, you know, if you, like, he just showed up here, and it's the big thing too. Daniel just showed up here. He's been here for only 11 days. Whereas Barak, he lived in this town. Like, this is his home, essentially. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult for him to just cast it away for some miracle thing. You know, it's like, am I going to burn my house down just because, I don't know, these people want to build a cool looking thing? You need to burn your house down. Hey, you gotta let all these actors are doing this really cool play, so they need to live in your house and they take all your food. Is it worth it? For some people it would be, but for somebody else who's trying to build a family, it's not gonna be worth it.
To remain unharmed.
That's right, I made it to day 12, motherfucker.
Rehearsed at the theater.
A full day. Ooh, baby. This is it. I achieved my goal.
Not of virtue, but rather of fear.
Thank you. I need to live a little longer.
If there's enough people...
There's one more thing to be done. I am to perform the most precious feat of all, the feat of self-sacrifice. I will do what Simon has done. Every single particle of my body and soul will become life-bearing, bursting with life, and granting it to others. There will be no cannon fire. The town will continue to grow. The thread to the future will stretch from the very dawn of time. We're too few, but if there's at least a dozen of us, it will be enough for the town to expand further and beyond. Hopefully, the place where daydreams are captured and fulfilled will live to see 200 years more. And how many of those like me have survived? I gotta, is she, who's, I gotta see who's, let's see, the bound. Oh shit, yeah. So you can see that the polyhedron is sort of infecting the town. It's sort of, it's looking at it. It's digging deep into it. gonna see who the fuck are the Lara bound. I'm looking up stuff right now. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Come on. The Humbles. Okay. Aspity. No. So it's somebody else? Who's the other characters? All right. The termites. Let's see. What the fuck? Who's Aspity? No. What? Oh yeah, Laura's one. Okay. So, yeah, I think we'll get into this more about the Humbles. Yeah, they seem to have a very specific, very self-sacrificing. Anyways, here we go.
Whatever you do, you'll have to sacrifice something.
Destruction is inevitable. There's no miraculous way out.
So that's what their thought process is, see? There was nothing to hope for from the start. Each of them should simply fulfill their purpose. At least, we'll see which one works best.
Each of them wants to save that which is dear to them. Perhaps they could get along?
Out of the question. The meeting chamber is tight, with the General sitting at one side of the table and the Inquisitor sitting at the other. Only one of them will decide. The others will die.
Even the wisest of men may be so indifferent in ordinary matters, but they are seldom so in their most serious affairs.
Well, sure. I also thank you for saving my life, kind sir. Hats off to you. I'll have a chance to put my life to good use in the near future. That's what they all say, right? I don't get it. You're an entirely different creature. What is there not to get, oh esteemed and wisest of bachelors? You were a puppeteer. Your masks foretold our future. Or maybe they imposed it upon us. In all honesty, I don't see the difference. All this time I was absolutely positive that you were connected to the plague. You are correct. Oh, the keenest of the astute. So what? I've cognized this side of existence from backstage, so to speak. From where the strings go and the machinery is hidden in it, I will willingly swore allegiance to the utopia. Does that tell you nothing? I don't believe you've changed, and you being with them is fearsome to me. You're an alarming tone and the jubilant orchestra of creators. It doesn't tell me enough. You were always a double dealer. You know, I'm glad you're leaving. You are a dangerous person. Dealing with you would be an arduous task. Back to being annoyed, and I was just planning on telling you what you were going to do with your life. Me? Ha! It's ridiculous. It's very tactless of you to ask me a question like that. Oh, no offense taken by me. You haven't offended me at all. You've offended the Scarlet Mistress herself. My life belongs to Maria now, and I am merely her humble servant, always at the service. I know who you are. You're the devil. Well, it seems like you can't be done without, especially with utopians. I just realized why you haven't ever been affected once. You've never been among my volunteers. Oh, well, geez.
It is sometimes necessary to play the fool. to avoid being deceived by cunning men.
Metro City, well-known crime kid. Oh, I didn't get a chance to read it. Oh, well. Hey, this is Yokijiro, and we're going to play a little bit of Final Fight. Yeah! This was a pretty badass little beat-em-up from Capcom back in the day when they made video games. It was arcade beat-em-up brawler, ported over from the arcade, of course, to the good old Super NES. 16-bit super powerness with and a lag like no other. I loved this game as a kid. This is kind of one of those games that never transitioned into 3D at all. They made an Xbox game, but it sucked balls. Like major balls. I love just the sound effects are great. Oh no. Jake. Eating a hamburger from a garbage can. Come on. That Jake. Somebody's lighting fireworks at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning. That's cool. It's cool. And it's February. I don't understand. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Hammer. Yeah. Look at that knee drop. Dropping like Skrillex drop beats, yo. Is Skrillex even relevant anymore? Like, I don't know. Seemed like he was around to kind of shake up the industry, you know? And then no one cares anymore. I like Cody's got like a look at a little hair sprite. Oh, these bastards. I like how everyone has a name. Not everyone has a Wongu. Knowing everyone has a super fancy name. Shit. We got Jake and Doug. Bread? Alright. Whatever. Damn it. Oh, you bastard. Some names don't make sense, like Hollywood. That name. 2P. Like, come on. Great names. Oh, shit. Simons. Sid. Jay. I just like how they have names. Remember that? Oh, man. You play a Final Fight and beat the shit out of Jay and 2P. Yeah, dude. Though the, I mean, obviously the character sprite's pretty much the same. Yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked. Oh yeah, this dude always tripped me out. I always thought he's like a... Just a big ass dude. He's just lazy, he just calls on his goons. It's like a boss battle. It's kind of interesting. Then he comes in and tries to kick you. Oh, bastard. No, that. It's a huge ass sprite though, like this. Capcom back in the day, I tell you, had some good ass shit. He just firebombed himself. Oh, and he does that. I hate that. And unfortunately, we're not gonna get anything like this ever again, you know, from Capcom. We're not gonna get a Final Fight. I'm probably wrong. It's not a Capcom game. No, it is, because Street Fighter. Look at that death animation. Ugh. Did it? It's lighthearted, but you're beating the shit out of people. I love it. The music's pretty great too. Look at that. Look at that sprite. Cody's got his biceps and his pectoral muscles just kind of out. Slightly attracted to it. I mean, you know, he's a good-looking dude. Got the little curly hair little thing going on, you know, white t-shirt. It's a little, I don't know why he's just wearing, I mean, he's got his white t-shirt tucked in, so you know he's a working class man. Got his white tennies on, you know. For some reason, he's got punching gloves on. I don't know if he was just, oh shit. Oh shit. El Gato. Come on, Billy. Back off, Billy. I don't know if he had all that attire just ready to go, just in case of fighting emergencies. Oh shit, Ondor Jr. But I mean, he's ready for anything. He's ready to go to work. He's ready to beat up people. Ready to take you out on the town. Yeah? Back in the 90s, you know, jeans were the shit. Jeans and a t-shirt, you know. Girls loved that shit. I had a friend who was like, she had a thing for guys in jeans and a t-shirt. I don't know why. Must be like a dad thing. I think it was a James Dean or I think he was kind of big into, I think that's it. I think that was it. I don't know. I don't understand what shapes us culturally into what we like and what we dislike. Considering now everything's so niche. people like certain things fine-tuned to their tastes. You're not gonna have everyone love, you know, like everyone loved Elvis. You're not gonna have that anymore. At least not to the extent that it was back in the day. Shit. Give me that necklace. I like when you get like multiple of them, you just pound away on them. Look how he just has his arms out. Like a damn T-Rex. Damn it. Can't really get up quick enough out of that. Is it Andor? Andre. I always thought it was Andre. Oh. This game was polished pretty well. I mean, look at the sprites, the animations, and even the little character portraits up top. They look great. Love it. Never gonna get another game though. Actually, there was Street Fighter 1, 2, and then I think 3. Shit. One more life. I gotta make it past this area. At least. Get good, gotta get good. Come on, 2P. Ooh, here's where shit gets good. I got a freaking metal pipe, yo. Nope, we're not. Oh, you bitch. No! My pipe. I needed her. Damn it. Break the crate. Ooh, I punched it. Oh, it's lagging. I don't know how. I like this too. They really mean business. And he's all happy. Ah! I love it. Let's play with Haggard. He's a big bulky dude. Look at this. And his one. He's the mayor of the town, and that was his daughter. His daughter gets kidnapped. Oh man. Time to wake up, guys. Oh yeah, my ass kicked already? His daughter was kidnapped, who is Cody's, I guess, girlfriend. But I don't know why any criminals would want to mess with Haggard. I mean, look at this. He's the mayor. I wouldn't want to mess with this dude. He is though a little slow, a little cumbersome. He throws really freaking weird. So I don't really like playing him. Like, look at this. It's great. Love it. But you can't get out of that. Yeah, so I got my alarms set to like 5:30 a.m. So that's what you heard. Cause I'm a working man, and I got my I got one of those, you know, Wi-Fi enabled light bulbs, and have it set to replicate a sunrise at 5:30, so it'll turn on by itself. Shit. Pretty cool. The future's great. And he just easily picks up that dude. Can you imagine being on a subway train, seeing this? I have to say though, I don't know how recently he's become mayor or whatever of this town. I'm pretty sure he's the mayor. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure. He hasn't been really doing a great job at keeping the city clean. I mean, currently right now he's in process of just wiping everybody out. But how did the train station get to this? How did the subway get to this state of disarray? Like, look at this shit. Oh man. I like how he just walks up, picks up the guy. Look how huge his fists are. Look at that. But I mean, this train is just all jacked up. It's pretty bad. Maybe that's how Japanese people see our train systems. But you know, I don't blame them. You know, I'm coming from a place that's not like heavily, I'd say crime-ridden, but like our public transportation is kind of, it's dirty. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty garbagey, pretty shit. But there's worse, obviously. There's always worse. I know people say, oh, you can't complain about it, yada yada yada, but I'm like, I can complain. I still have the right to, because there's other places where it's better, you know? Japan, for instance. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Keeping him at bay with the knives. Oh, his foot got it. Oh, what the shit? Tombstone power driver. But it's a thing of our culture. People don't give a shit about anything other than themselves. I mean, it's plain and simple. Japan, they care. You know, they care about their stuff because they're all on one island. You know, if the island gets destroyed, no one takes care of it. They're fucked. But that's just been kind of indoctrinated in them since they were young. You know? Shit, I didn't grab it. I was trying to. Like, you know, the kids, even in the classroom, they all clean up. They all clean the cafeteria. They all clean the chalkboard and stuff like that. You know what I mean? We don't do that here. I don't remember ever cleaning up anything in high school or, you know, middle school. We ran around like little let's run around like little ass hats, you know? Not a care in the world. Free student lunches, you know, like, let us do something. But shit's never gonna change. So I can see where some Japanese developers made the subway station garbage. And it's not their fault. It is not their fault. Okay, this shit. So you're in a wrestling ring. The motherfucking dude named Katana. Like, what is this? I do like it. You can't get rid of his blades, but he'll come after your ass to pick them up. I like that mechanic. If you're quick enough, which obviously not, you can get rid of them, but no. I like his face too. Oh man, I'm gonna blow out that TNT. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Oh yeah, yeah. Let's go back to Cody. I gotta go way back here. It's bullshit. All right, well, we're gonna do this. Hey, that's my barrel to punch, bitch. I don't like that there's no way to counter people who punch him to the other side of you. Which kind of sucks. Oh, shit. He just gave me a get out of you beat this game card right here. Katana, some good stuff. Oh, you shit. No. Get Katana. Okay, but as you see soon, they did make another version of this with Guy. I guess they couldn't do, which you might know him from the Street Fighter newer one, or Arcade 4. I think he's in 5, but I don't know. I don't really know his story, but he was in the arcade version, I guess, and they couldn't put him in the Super Nintendo, obviously. He didn't have enough RAM or some shit. Memory. And Capcom could do like a beat 'em up with like with different characters, you know. Okay. Like a beat 'em up style where you can be you know, just all these different characters. I don't know. They can do something. But they got Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter's gonna make them money. I know I'm gonna buy it when it comes out on PC. So they got my monies. That. Oh, wish I could backward somersault. I do like how the bodies have physics, or some kind of hit physics. That's pretty cool. They just throw people at each other. I mean, this is ahead of its time. Not really. Not at all. But still. Trying to think of a modern day kind of equivalent to this. The Scott Pilgrim versus the World game? But that game has just like disappeared off the face of the planet. You can't get that anymore. I think on PlayStation Network they took it down, or there's some licensing issues or some shit. I don't know. I think it's only on the PS3. I don't think they're gonna port it. Might be on PC. I'm not sure. I have it on the PS3, which I just bought recently for Metal Gear Solid 4, which I'll probably do some stuff soon. Maybe, I don't know. Trying to get accustomed to this work schedule. Get over here. I wish it always gave you the pipe, but it doesn't. I think on your first run it does, and then it's just random, which is kind of dumb. So I don't know if you can like truly like speed run this game. If that makes sense, like, because there's too many variables. Shit. And this big head. No, like more lame-o. Out of the sky, yo. I always wanted one of those radioactive like jackets, hoodie jackets. Pretty sweet. No, never get one. Didn't want to look like a hooligan. Alright, let's see if we can beat this guy. I only got like 2 lives. This guy's kind of a dick. miss him each time. I know there's an easy way. I don't remember. Obviously, keep him away from his taunts. Shit. He still hurts you just as much as... Fuck it. Oh, man. Jesus. Oh, I thought he was gonna go for his blade, but apparently not. Well, not doing that whole thing over again. So we're just gonna watch Cody explode. And have a good day.
Solid State Empire.
Disappointment of life affects everyone. You shouldn't feel alone. The King Corp has a solution you are after. Abradoxin. Take the pill. You are after. Take the Abradoxin. Abradoxin. Take the pill. Dream forever. With Abradoxin. Always.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pixel Playing. This time, I'm gonna be telling you a scary story. And I know that, you know, I goof around and I play I'm Mr. Funny Man. But I'm actually going to be telling you a story that somebody very close to me told me, and I think you guys are gonna like it. It involves the paranormal, and even if you don't believe in the paranormal, that's alright, because a good scary story is always pretty cool to listen to. I'm not an atheist. I believe in the first God. Talk more about that at another episode. But for now, while I tell you this scary story, we're gonna go ahead and play Mega Man. Alright. Let's go ahead and start. I think this is 5, Mega Man 5. So yeah, let's go ahead and start with Wave Man, because he looks like a bitch. Anyways, yeah. So this guy called, let's name him. Let's name him Dan. All right. He's a really close friend of mine. Dan and me do a lot of shit together, and there's this story that there's this thing that fucked him up real good. I mean, this whole story is gonna be a warning to not go to Mexico ever. Like, don't fucking go to Mexico. That shit is bad. But anyways, Dan's story. It takes place in Mexico. He went to visit some uncles. Oh shit. He went to visit some uncles, some aunts over in Mexico. And he stayed over there. I don't want to say the name of the town, but that oh shit, I think I chose the wrong level. Anyways, he went to visit some uncles and some aunts, and then what the fuck? And it was like in the middle of nowhere. Like, just imagine the most Mexican. And hey, I'm able to say this, alright, because I'm ethnic. Alright, so I can say things like that. But imagine the most stereotypical Mexican town. Alright, it's like no roads, just dirt. There's dirt everywhere. Everything looks brown. The sky looks brown. There's horses in the background. There's a little villa that houses most of a little pueblo that houses like 90% of the people there. It was some Resident Evil 4 shit. Oh, I forgot I could slide in here. Well, Dan stayed there for a few days with his uncle and a few nephews. Let's see. Oh fuck, I just got sucked in there. And he stayed there for about, well, he was supposed to stay there like 2 weeks. On the third day, he made really good friends with one of his nephews. It was pretty cool. He said he had a good time and everybody was pretty friendly with him and everything. But what ended up happening was that since they lived in such a small place, Dan had to sleep with them. With the nephews, I mean. And they were both around the same age. They were both like, I don't know, 15, 14. Oh shit, not this. And oh fuck. And they just, you know, they slept in the same room, but the room did not have any doors. And there was no drapes, there wasn't anything, dude. Let's go for Crystal Man. So this unnerved Dan. He did not like it that there was no door, and he told me that he kept hearing scream, like a faint moan, not a scream, but like a moan, coming from outside the like down the hallway from the door. And what we think it was just probably somebody fucking. That's probably what it was. But on the like 6th night that he was staying there, he was awoken by his nephew, who was crying. And I mean, these are 15, 16-year-old kids. Like, they ain't gonna cry over some little shit. Yeah, so he was crying. Come on, there you go. Awesome. He was crying, and he woke up Dan, like, please wake up, wake up. And Dan was like, what the fuck, man? I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. Just let me go to sleep. And Dan's cousin said, look, there's a big slime monster on the door, and my friend Dan, he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Go to sleep. And you know, Dan thought that this was just some type of prank. And he was like, please, I don't want to sleep here anymore. And that's when Dan started to get scared. He was like, oh man, I don't want to look at that corner. Fuck this. And eventually he convinced him that it was just in his mind or whatever. Dan never looked at the corner. But apparently, the next morning, Dan's nephew, which he said he didn't get any sleep, or if he did sleep, he slept like every 2 seconds or something like that, because he was fucking scared out of his mind. And come on, you fucking crystal. There you go. Oh, anyways, the next night, he convinced the nephew's dad that they wanted to sleep outside because he did not want to see that slime thing on the wall anymore. And fuck, I should have chosen another character. Fuck. Anyways, yeah, so the next night they went and slept outside in his uncle's car, or the nephew's dad's car, or truck. It was a truck. And they both slept in the passenger, like in the back, you know. You know, some trucks have like a two back seats. Yeah, well, they slept. Oh shit! All right, they slept there. And they felt a little bit more safer than being in the house. Oh, fucking finally made it. And they just fucking died, dude. Yeah, so you know, they were goofing around, and, you know, telling and then they started to fall asleep. And this is when shit gets bad. my friend Dan started to hear like noises, like somebody was hawking like their loogies, their fucking like gurgling noises. But since my friend Dan was laying down, he was like, what the fuck? He couldn't see out the window, right? Cuz his head was on the seat. And then my fuck. Oh, my friend's nephew started to take a peek outside, and that's when he started to cry. He was like, "Oh no! Oh shit!" I wish there was a word in English that equals what he said in Spanish, but there isn't. So you're just gonna have to fucking. Alright. So he was like, "Oh no, shit," and Dan was like, "Oh, not this shit again. Don't tell me that slime shit followed us out here." 1, 2, 3. Anyways. And my friend Dan was like, "What? What's wrong?" And he's like, "There's something outside. I'm scared." And Dan was like, "Who gives a shit? Just go to sleep." And he was like, "Oh," Dan's cousin was like, Dan's nephew, what the fuck? Whatever. He kept going, "Oh shit, I don't want to look outside anymore. Why did I look outside? I shouldn't have looked outside." And he started to have like a fucking panic attack over for like whatever that he's seen outside. He really started to freak out. And Dan was like, "Man, I don't want to look outside, man. I don't want to look outside." And since they were outside, there was no way. Oh shit! There was no way they could have asked for help from the adults. So Dan did the best he could to try and calm him down. Oh shit! And he tried his best, but he kept freaking out more and more. And Dan doesn't really believe in the paranormal. He was just like, "I don't know what the fuck is going on. He's probably having some type of mental breakdown. Maybe, maybe there's some extra genes in the in the family pool." So you know, to try and calm Dan's family member, Dan said, "Look, there's nothing outside. Look." And Dan opened the door and he looked outside. And you guys want to know what he saw? He didn't see shit. He opened the door, he looked outside, and once that he seen that there was nothing out there, he had the balls to like I guess step outside and just be like, "See, I told you there wasn't anything out there. Go to sleep." And he was like, "Okay." And oh, and his nephew eventually went to sleep, but then Dan got woken up by there was something tapping underneath the truck. And Dan was the only one that noticed it. So what did he do? The only option he had. And what I'm telling you, I am not making this up on the fly. I did not write this. Dan had actually told me this story, and he swears by it, that this actually happened. Anyways, let's continue with the story. So Dan, he's an atheist. He doesn't believe in any of this shit. He started to he heard that in order to make like bad spirits go away, you have to kind of stand your ground. So what did Dan do? He started tapping back. He started tapping back on the floor of the car. And then it stopped. But then you know what happened? According to Dan, the tapping got louder and stronger. And that's when Dan went, "Oh shit. No, it has to be like some bird. It's probably a fucking rat. Like, what type of native animals live in Mexico?" That he was trying to find an answer, right? And you know what? I would have done the same shit too. I would have just, what type of fucking animal is down there? And eventually it stopped. And then right before Dan was about to get some like okay, it stopped. Fuck it, I'm gonna sleep. Fuck this night. I'm just gonna sleep through this. There was a loud fucking bang underneath the... Can I kill this? Yes, I can. There was a loud fucking bang underneath the truck. And this woke up Dan's nephew. And of course, Dan's nephew, being the pussy that he is, went, "Oh shit, what was that?" And this time Dan didn't have any words. So Dan just hit his face underneath the fuck. Alright, sorry. Dan just hit his face in his pillow and put the covers over his face. And that's when he really started to just shit bricks. And Dan's nephew started to cry. It started off slowly, but then it got real bad. And it's like, "I'm scared." He's looking in. And he was like, "Just go to sleep, man. Just go to sleep. It was me. I made the noise. Just go to sleep." But Dan's nephew kept saying, "He's looking in. He's looking in." And Dan, okay, let me position his head, right? His head was on the seat of the oh shit, I don't even know why I was going in there. Was in the seat, on the seat of the back part of the truck. Oh fuck. So he was just gonna uncover his face just to tell him to just shut the fuck up and go to sleep. And he got a glimpse of what was looking inside of the car. And he swears that this is what he saw. He said it was extremely brief, it felt like half a second. He saw a naked chest and the upper half of a naked man, and the face of something that looked like a God damn it. Okay. Something that looked like the face of a rooster, but the rooster's face was entirely made out of flesh. And he said he can't describe it anywhere, any other way but like that. And he says that he only seen that for like half a second. Fuck, those shits are hard to kill. Oh, it's your Noid! Alright, sorry. Anyways. He saw that. And he was kind of, he just closed his eyes and he got petrified. And he left his nephew to cry the entire night up until like 5 a.m. when the sun came out. And as soon as the sun came out, he opened the door. He didn't even look up. He just ran straight into his uncle's house. And then when they explained, or when Dan explained what he had seen, his family just kind of went, oh, okay. That's not good. I think it's better if you go. And they have not communicated. His family has not communicated with him anymore. That's the most scary part of this story was that he kept having nightmares about this thing that he has seen, cause he went back to the United States. Hey, he didn't hop the border, right? He was born here, all right. Anyways, yeah, he came to the United States, but he kept dreaming him. He kept thinking about what he saw. And one day, they call his mom, and they tell him like, "Hey, your son told us that he saw this creature. He goes by a name over here. We kind of don't want to talk about his name because legend has it that he had a job around the village where he used to work with like this foreigner, and then okay, I gotta beat this. Hold on, I can't die here. He used to work with this foreigner, and he got fired, and he pretty much lost everything. And then he went on to do like all this terrible shit, and eventually he started to like mess with black magic and all this stuff. And his mom was on the phone. Dan's mom was on the phone, and come on, fucker. Alright, good. Anyways, Dan's mom was on the phone, and the family member said, the family members said to his mom, "Hey, there's one detail that I don't know, but I need to know for his safety. Is it okay if I talk to him real quick?" And his mom was like, "Hey, son, your uncle wants to ask you something about what you saw." And so Dan was like, "All right." And Dan went, "All right, hello?" And when he started talking to him, Dan got like wide-eyed from what he heard. He heard "Kept you waiting, huh? Hey, it's me, David Hayter. Hey, I could do more voices than just one. That's right, I made up this whole story up. Hold on. Hey, kept you waiting, huh? Hey, can I please have a show on here? You guys. Kept you waiting, huh?
What the fuck are you doing here?
Hey, oh shit, oh fuck, oh shit. Hello? Hello? Oh shit. Was this guy copying my voice? Fucking David Hayter, you piece of shit. I swear to God, man. Fuck.
Stop playing